Tonight, I'll turn it over to the chief.
All right, we're here tonight to acknowledge the actions of one of La Vista's finest. Officer James Berger will be presented with our police department's life-saving pin. We don't award this award lightly. There's evidence that must be substantiated, such as statements, witnesses' statements, from physician statements on what actually happened. Somebody's life has to be saved, so we hold this as one of our highest awards. I'd like to introduce Miss Cynthia Long and her family. They're in the back tonight. The significance of Cynthia being here tonight, it's why we're here. We'll tell you a little story about a night with Cynthia. I'd like to call Fire Chief Bose up here with me. Officer Berger. Would you stand right here in the middle? Face that way. I'll tell you a little story. On December 11, 2017, at 6:20 in the afternoon, the Vista Police Officer James Berger was dispatched to an unconscious party call at the business address of 9625 Giles Road, which is the Education Express. Sarpy County Communications updated the call and advised that a young-looking 57-year-old female was not breathing and was currently in CPR status. Officer Berger responded and arrived on scene within 2 minutes and made contact with the reporting party, who was the daughter of the victim. Officer Berger immediately assessed the situation. He was by himself, determined the victim was not breathing and didn't have a pulse. Berger quickly applied the AED pads to the victim. A shock was administered by Officer Berger, and upon doing so, he also began chest compressions. He continued those chest compressions until Papillion Medic 3 arrived at the scene and took over the life-saving measures. These life-saving actions by Officer Berger were witnessed by Sergeant Zarnick, who arrived on scene after Officer Berger, as well as Fire Department Acting Battalion Chief at the time, Will Linger. As a result of Officer Berger's prompt response and the administration of life-saving skills, his actions led to the return of the victim's spontaneous blood flow and heartbeat, which continued as the Papillion Fire Department transported the patient to the hospital for additional emergent care. Officer Berger's quick and professional actions in stressful conditions are recognized tonight with the bestowing of our Vista Police Department life-saving pin. I'd like to add one more thing. It's been about 17, 18 years ago that we put defibrillators in the police car. And we've also taken the time when those defibrillators are out of service to get a replacement, and we've updated that, and that's a program that we will continue as long as I'm here. I'm going to push to do that, because this is evidence here that having that life-saving thing in the vehicle when we get there, even though we have a great response from our fire department, it works. And it's worked several times. And I'd like to thank Officer Berger. A small token of our appreciation to our life-savings in James. Thank you very
On behalf of the Long family, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It just shows that you guys care. God's not done with me yet, because the doctors gave me 5% chance of living. The doctors couldn't believe it, but because of his actions, my daughter, who I was with at the daycare with, she's filming right now, I'm still here. I'm still alive, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
It doesn't surprise me that Officer Berger doesn't want to say anything. Every time that we swear in a new officer, I think everybody in this room has heard me talk about how we want to support our officers. More importantly, I always say I hope that we bring them home safe to their families. Maybe the one thing I don't say is that their training, the time that we put in to reinforce that, has allowed you in this case to bring home someone else safe to their family. And with that little pin is just representative of how much the entire community really does care and appreciate what you did, sir. Thank you.